Now on Asian Pop Radio, here's your Korean News Update. Korean News Update. News and current affairs that matter to you.
I'm Chance Dorland with your Korean News Update, brought to you by Korea FM in association with the Korea Observer and Asian Pop Radio. For more independent news and talk radio podcasts, subscribe in the iTunes Store with your favorite podcast application or visit koreafm.net. Tensions are rising on the Korean Peninsula after the decision to send U.S. aircraft carrier Carl Vinson and other ships to the area. The Hankyoreh reports the move does not appear directly connected to various internal events scheduled in North Korea for this month, including April 15th's Day of the Sun holiday that marks the 105th anniversary of former leader Kim Il-sung's birth and the 85th anniversary of the establishment of the People's Army on April 25th. In the past, the DPRK has conducted rocket launches in April, and the concentration of U.S. naval forces in the area has complicated the already tense month. South Korean and U.S. military forces also recently began a large-scale logistical support exercise known as Operation Pacific Reach, involving hundreds of personnel, and the Hankyoreh notes North Korea has traditionally reacted sensitively to such exercises. The number of registered overseas voters has reached a record high in preparation for the May 9th special presidential election. The Korea Herald reports data from the National Election Commission shows nearly 285,000 South Korean nationals residing overseas, either temporarily or permanently, have registered, a more than 32% increase from 2012. The U.S. has the most overseas registered voters at more than 68,000, followed by China with nearly 44,000 and Japan with slightly more than 38,000. Impeached ex-President Park Geun-hye will be questioned again this week, making it the fifth time Park will be questioned at a Seoul detention center where she remains incarcerated. Yonhap reports prosecutors have been interrogating Park at the location since she was arrested late last month for a string of allegations including bribery, abuse of power, coercion, and leaking government secrets. Though authorities say they cannot confirm a date, legal experts report it's likely the former president will be indicted in the next week, before the official campaign period for the special presidential election begins on May 9th. A 56-year-old South Korean man has been indicted on charges of attacking two journalists during a violent street rally last month against the Constitutional Court's decision to uphold the impeachment of Park Geun-hye. The Korea Times reports the man is accused of striking reporters from Yonhap News Agency and KBS, as well as obstruction of duty and damaging one of the reporters' cameras. Several journalists were reportedly accosted during the protests that took place on March 10th in Seoul. The average Seoul apartment price has now surpassed more than 600 million won, or approximately 524,000 US dollars. The Chosun Ilbo reports the price tag means owning a home in the capital has become an even more distant dream for young South Koreans, with the nationwide average for a home at 319.5 million won, and in the six major cities outside Seoul, just 260.2 million, less than half the average cost in the capital. And coffee appears to be king in South Korea, with new figures showing the average person drank 500 cups last year. The Korea Herald reports overall coffee consumption in the ROK is estimated to have reached about 25 billion cups in 2016, a 25% increase from 10 years ago. Coffee mixes make up the largest portion of consumed beverage at 13.2 billion cups, followed by canned coffee at nearly 4 billion and brewed coffee at 3.6 billion cups. Subscribe to the Korea FM Talk Radio and News Podcast in iTunes or your favorite podcasting app. And for more news, talk radio, and independent music from the Korean Peninsula, visit koreafm.net. I'm Chance Dorland. This episode is brought to you by Podcast Assist, offering voiceovers, audio editing and mastering, transcriptions and show notes, episode summaries, and even hosting a podcast on a topic important to you. Visit facebook.com/Podcast Assist for more info on their flat $30 per hour rate. Talk radio, music, and podcasts from the Korean Peninsula. KoreaFM.net.